Tell us about its rich history and what residents have to say about preserving a historical home. Nordea.
Well, throughout history, women have paved the way for others. Now, in an effort to keep the momentum going, Councilwoman Ramos wants people to know the story of one of the first females to own a home in Baltimore.
In 1867, after several years of renting, Catherine Chambers bought this two-story building on 3818 Roland Avenue. The building wasn't just a home to her. It was a way for her to expand her dressmaking skills. Chambers used her home as a business, which allowed her to become one of the first businesswomen in the area.
Frankly, given the history, which I was excited when I learned about it, it even means more because it is something that, as somebody who fights for women's rights, is exciting that, she was ahead of her time. And so to preserve that story is extremely important for me, but also for the residents.
Residents say they watched the area change throughout the years, but this building always remained the same. Making this home a city landmark means generations to come will be able to know its story.
I think we have a lot of beautiful old housing stock, and I think that there are some great state and federal programs that provide tax credits to rehabilitate homes like this. So I think typically, a lot of developers out there, want to demolish things and build bland developments, and I think that programs like this, they kind of keep the character of the neighborhood. And I think for Hampden, which is very, artistic and eclectic, that really kind of fits with the vibe here.
If the landmark status is granted, the owner of the property would have to abide by a few rules.
If they wanted to do anything with the architecture, take down the deck, do something with the windows, they would have to get they'd have to get permission to do so. So it's an additional couple of steps for that kind of approval, and community can be involved the entire process, which is, I think, another thing that the residents really wanted, is to have that community voice in that process.
I think for us, it's about having like a great operator in the building, someone who will, be a good neighbor. I think that's the biggest thing that we talk about, with the community and the association around here, is people that, have respect and will take care of it, and, just, like I said, be a good neighbor with everyone.
The Commission on Historical and Architectural Preservation has given the house potential landmark status, which means it's protected for 6 months until the city comes to a final decision.
All right, Nordea, thank you. Well,